Have you ever wondered which creature has the largest eye in the animal kingdom, or where insects go on holiday? Stick around to find out. Welcome to Science at 6 with Cambridge Science Centre. My name is Mario and I am this week's presenter in the centre. Today's episode is packed with a lot more STEM related fun. You can find out where to get our activities in the description below, and you can email us your results and questions to openupscience@cambridgesciencecentre.org. Let's get started. Our theme last week was amazing maths, and we set you the challenge of discovering examples of circles and spheres in the natural world. I'm going to go through some of the examples that we found, but with a bit of a twist. I'm going to give you some clues about what the object is, and I want you at home to see if you can work out what it is that I'm talking about. Are you ready? Here's the first one. Humans usually have 2 of these. In humans, these almost always come in either green, blue, brown, or hazel. Many other organisms have these too. The largest ones known in the animal kingdom belong to the colossal squid. Have you guessed it yet? The answer is eyes. Our eyes have lots of different parts, so we're going to tell you a bit about a few of them. The pupil is a small black circle at the center of our eye. This is where light enters into our eye, allowing us to see the world around us. The iris is the ring of color around the pupil. The eyeball itself isn't a perfect sphere, but it is pretty close. Let's try another one. It's very, very, very big. It's very, very, very hot. It's very, very, very bright. In fact, you probably shouldn't look at it directly. Have you guessed it yet? It's in fact the sun. The sun is the most perfectly round natural object known in the universe. The Earth, however, is wider around the equator than it is pole to pole. So in fact, would look a little bit more squished from top to bottom than the sun. Final one now. You can eat this. It tends to grow in countries that are very sunny. Its color is its name, and its name is also its color. That's right, it's of course an orange. You can create a nice circle from an orange by cutting it in half down the middle. Interestingly, the color orange is in fact named after the fruit. Even more interestingly, seeing as oranges haven't been around all that long. They were created by combining 2 similar plants about 6,000 years ago and have grown in variety and popularity ever since. So, that's how we got on this week. But how did you at home do? Now over to Joe to look through what you've sent in and some of the questions you had last week.
Thank you for all your pictures of natural circles and spheres that you found this week. We're starting off with Mario, who spotted the rings inside a cut piece of wood in his garden. Poppy, who's age 8, and Lily, age 6, went out into their garden and found some circles in the centre of their flowers and also a spherical fruit growing on a tree. Thanks very much to James from Cambridge, who's 10 years old. He noticed that the reflection of the bridge in the water in this picture made an almost complete circle. Well done, James, that was a great spot. Noah, who's 7, sent in a picture of a circular snail shell. And finally, Joshua sent us this great picture of a moon. Well done, Joshua.
Thanks, Joe, and thanks to all of you at home for sending in your questions. Keep sending us your results and questions to openupscience@cambridgesciencecentre.org. Okay, so we're going to continue looking into nature now as Alex shows us what he saw on a sunny day playing bingo. But not just any type of bingo, biodiversity bingo. Alex was trying to find as many different types of life as he could from his bingo card. The more he found, the more diverse the life was in the area he was in. This is biodiversity, the variety of life in a given area, and this is our theme this week. Take it away, Alex.
Hello, my name is Alex, and today I'm going to be playing Biodiversity Bingo here in the park. So I've got my bingo card here, and we're going to be trying to find as many of these creatures, organisms, anything else on here that we can find. So let's go. So up in the corner here, got a tree, some twigs and some leaves. They're going to be quite easy to find because what can you see behind me? A tree. There's plenty of twigs on the tree and plenty of twigs on the ground as well. And of course, what do trees have? Trees have leaves. If you come here, you can just about see very little. There's a couple of bugs on there, including some ants. So there's got to be a spider around here somewhere. See the pigeon up there? That's getting ticked off. But we're thinking that there's probably a nest around here where the birds have set up their little home. Carry on and see if we can find the next thing. Daisies, yeah?
Dandelion.
What? What are these? Dandelions. Easy. We've come over to the wildflower meadow here in the park, which is very pretty, as you can see, and we're going to look for some, they're called pollinators. That's stuff like bees and butterflies and wasps. There's a bee or two there. We're all done now and we had great fun in the park. We found plenty of different species. So have a go at home, let us know how you got on and send us any pictures, photos you take along the way.
Thanks, Alex. If you want to have a go at home, just check the description below for a link to the activity sheet. If you'd like to share your work with us, just drop us an email with any pictures to openupscience@cambridgesciencecentre.org or on social media. Now, Alex mentioned species there, but what exactly are species? Well, there are lots of ways to separate different types of life into groups. We can split organisms into many different increasingly smaller groups. This is called classification. For instance, all life is part of one of the 7 kingdoms. Colossal squid fit into the animal kingdom, whereas orange trees are in the plant kingdom. The deeper we delve, the smaller differences between different organisms. Colossal squids and lions are both in the animal kingdom, but they're not very similar at all, whereas colossal squid and octopuses with their long slimy tentacles are much more similar. We can put organisms into groups that share similar characteristics. This is called a species, and the human race is one of these species. Our species name is Homo sapien, and just like colossal squids and lions, we are also in the animal kingdom. The more species in an area, the more biodiversity is. Biodiversity is important to ecosystems because it means that they can adapt more easily to changes in species numbers. Think about your garden. Birds will eat a variety of insects. In a biodiverse garden, if one type of insect disappears, the bird will also still have food. If your garden only has worms and all the worms die, then the birds will also have to leave your garden. One way to increase the variety of insects in your garden is to create your very own bug hotel. We might not be able to go on holiday this summer, but the insects in your garden, in the park, buzzing around here and there, still deserve a break. And we're going to give them the opportunity to do exactly that in their very own 5-star hotel. So see the link in the description below, and don't forget to send us a picture of your work. We'll take a look at them next time on Science at 6. Goodbye for now.